Alright, so Kris Tyson finally responded to the allegations. I'm honestly kinda shocked that he did. I mean, it's been a couple of days now, and I'm pretty sure his strategy was just to ignore everything because it wasn't that big. But I think since Charlie talked about it on stream, and Keemstar wouldn't stop talking about it on Twitter, and so much stuff has happened on Twitter since these initial allegations came out, I think it was probably time that he had to respond. If you don't know what these allegations are and you've got no clue what I'm talking about, I have a full video covering everything a couple of days ago. So go watch that video, then come back to this one if you don't know what's going on. But anyway, Kris made a huge Twitter thread about 3 hours ago, then added to it literally 10 minutes ago, which goes into a lot more detail. So strap in because we have a hell of a lot to talk about today. So Kris initially about 3 hours ago, you can see it was 5:30 AM. I mean, I love being in Australian time zones. Pretty much just tweeted out this: I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it has hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. That sounds like an admission to me. That sounds like an admission of guilt. You're not permanently stepping away from all things Mr. Beast if you know you haven't done anything wrong. So yeah, bro, just right there, like that is an admission. I think we can all pretty much say these are no longer allegations. What Kris did was absolutely terrible, and I mean, it's just inexcusable, really. Now, we have a lot more to uncover, but this was posted 3 hours ago, and for the last 3 hours, she's been completely silent, hasn't posted anything to her Twitter, and, you know, everyone was just been sitting here saying, like, this is a terrible apology. There's nothing here, there's no sorry, there's no I'm sorry to anyone. It's literally just, I apologize if it's hurt or offended anyone. Like, Kris, that is not an apology at all. And no one liked this, bro. As you can see, so many replies, so many quote retweets, which we will get to in a second. We're going to talk about these quote retweets because they are so funny. But then literally about 10 minutes ago, Kris decided to add to this because obviously he wasn't getting the response he wanted. I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who brought up these accusations, Lava GS or whatever, has vocally supported that they are false. Now, this is something that I didn't cover in my last video because nothing had actually come out by the time I recorded my last video. But Lava GS, who is pretty much the 13-year-old that was being messaged by Kris Tyson, which is why this whole thing blew up in the first place, made this tweet here. And pretty much now, for those that don't know, Cheeto and Sensitive Society are also commentary YouTubers, made huge videos about this Kris Tyson thing. These videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? This situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I am not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. And this tweet here literally got 14 million views and 87,000 likes. Now, the problem with this tweet isn't what this person's saying. You know, you can defend Kris Tyson, do what you want. The problem is that these videos that Lava GS is mentioning here aren't even about Lava GS himself. Now, Lava is 20 now, right? And when these allegations were alleged to happen, he was, you know, 13. So now that he's a fully grown adult, he thinks he can just come on here and say, oh yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine. Lava, making a few edgy jokes to you as a 13-year-old is not okay, and it's never gonna be okay. No one's gonna take that and just be like, oh, well, I mean, I guess it's alright. The evidence is there, the receipts are there, and everything is fine, you know, Kris is gone. But the problem here is that this post where Lava is sitting here saying that these two YouTubers are lying about him, which they're not, has been up for so many hours now. It's been up for nearly a day, and you haven't taken it down because it's completely blown up. This is defamation. Like, this is terrible right here. Sensitive Society also made a video on this, which I've watched, and bro, it's just terrible. The amount of DMs Cheeto and Sensitive Society are getting for, quote, talking about this situation when they've done absolutely nothing wrong is terrible. But anyway, that's a whole separate topic for another video. Let's just keep reading this thread. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone who I've hurt with my unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and to those who may feel betrayed by how I used to act online. No, that no one's accepting that. That is terrible. That is probably, that is the most insincere, like, bro, the thing is, right, Kris made a post 3 hours ago, and then all this stuff that you're seeing right now, as you can see, 8:45 AM, the first one was posted at 5 AM. There is a 3-hour gap here, and all you're doing is reiterating the same thing you said in the first post. To lump these two factors together to create a narrative that my behavior has extended beyond bad, edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. In past years, I've learned that my old humor is not acceptable and cannot change who I was, but I can continue to only work on myself. What are you talking about? My behavior didn't extend beyond bad, edgy jokes? You said these bad, edgy jokes to 13-year-old people. You can't do that, Kris. I don't know if you know what's going on here. I don't know if you've read into the situation at all. This was a 13-year-old, and the stuff that you were saying is unreal. And then plus all the stuff with, you know, the lollipop drawings, which again I covered in my last video, that's probably just as bad. Kris, there is no getting out of this. It was a whole lot worse than just bad, edgy jokes. You did a whole lot worse than that, and we all know it. You know it as well. I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who worked at Mr. Beast, which is why I've stepped away. Okay, that is just not true. You've stepped away because everyone hates you now. Look, Kris, I don't know if you think that any of these extra threads that you added to your original tweet helped, but you literally added nothing new. Like, you sat there reiterating the same points, trying to say that, oh yeah, guys, it's not actually that bad. You know, it's not that bad what I did. Yes, it is. It's horrible. What you did is terrible and inexcusable. You can't come back from this. Like, this is like mini lad level stuff. You can't be doing this. But anyway, like I said before, there are so many responses to these tweets, which is just absolutely hilarious. The first one being, prison for you, pedo. I mean, I'll probably have to bleep me out saying that, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. Hey, Kris, I heard you like him young. Bro, I swear to God, the national anthem for people getting exposed online is Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Every time, you know, Dr. Disrespect, Cody Co, all these people have been exposed, Not Like Us has been played in the background. Also, might I just say, I don't think I've reiterated enough over the last few months, what is going on in 2024 and like the last couple months especially with people just who can't keep away from minors. How is it that hard, YouTubers? Please, it can't be that hard to not talk to people online like that. Like, come on, bro. You've got so many subscribers. You've got, like, Kris Tyson probably had millions of dollars coming in the bank through Mr. Beast money, and you just decided to throw it all away just because you wanted to talk to someone who clearly you shouldn't have been talking to. Like, come on, bro. I seriously just can't. I can't comprehend it. I can't comprehend it. As someone who's probably making $100,000 a month, how can you do that? This is gonna be your final Mr. Beast video. I left my tranny friend alone with children on an island for 30 days. That is unreal. Whoever is making these memes, I mean, that is so out of pocket, but I mean, it is kind of funny. Also, one thing that should be mentioned is we probably shouldn't be dragging Mr. Beast into this. I don't think Mr. Beast has anything to do with this, and if anything, like, I kind of feel bad for him. Like, this is his day one friend. Like, Kris from Mr. Beast is Jimmy's day one. Kris was Mr. Beast's first subscriber. Like, they met in school. They've been doing this for so long now, and to see that this has all happened in the last couple years probably can't be anything other than heartbreaking for Jimmy. So I do low-key feel kind of bad for bro. See you hopefully never. Hope your ex-wife keeps you well away from that kid. Jesus Christ, this is dark. I mean, look, I have zero sympathy for people like Kris Tyson, so I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. People can say whatever the hell they want at this point. Everyone apologize to Sunny V2. Why Kris will soon be a nightmare for Mr. Beast. Now, if anyone remembers this Sunny V2 video, why Kris will soon be a nightmare for Mr. Beast, everyone probably remembers how much Sunny was dunked on for this video. Everyone was like, oh my god, this is a terrible video, this is transphobic, blah blah blah. This video was posted about 2-3 years ago, and look how the times have changed. Look how well this video aged. Kris is now an absolute nightmare for Mr. Beast. Now, I'm not sure if it's in the way that Sunny intended, you know, Kris being exposed for talking to minors, but Jesus Christ, everyone who was talking crap about Sunny V2 owes him an apology right now. But yeah, that's about all that's happened with this Kris drama. I mean, there's so much other stuff on Twitter, but you guys can go have a look at that for yourself if you want. Anyways, click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.